Manny, we all know it's a business, but how tough was it to see Nick Castellanos be DFA'd?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, obviously he was a big part of our team, and he integrated himself pretty well in here with the group of guys that we had. So yeah, it's tough to hear those news.
How surprised were you by that decision and for them to go with guys who are rookies with that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the surprise got the news got everybody by surprise. I don't really try to put myself in a GM's shoes and know why they're doing the decisions. Obviously, we just care about Nick and what he meant to us in the clubhouse. So yeah, we're kind of devastated by it.
Seems like he was really good for the clubhouse.
Yeah, he was awesome, man. He was awesome. He was great, man. You know, he's definitely going to be missed, and he had some really big at bats for us, and I think those those memories won't go away. I think he did a lot of good things for us.
Did you talk to him afterwards? How did he take it?
I haven't spoken to him yet. I think obviously want to respect it. I think those are tough news when you hear, and kind of want to give him his time before you kind of want to talk and see where his head's at.
When you get you guys coming in that circumstance, situation, how do you ingratiate them? It's always been a really open clubhouse. How do you bring them into the fold without?
Listen, I mean, they're here for a reason. I think this is we're all men in this game. And we understand the situation. So they know they came up here to help us win and whatever they can to produce and be a part of this organization. They're with us in spring training. I think we got along. They were great guys. I think they had a really shot of making the team out of camp. So they're in the battle with us from the beginning. So to come in here and just continue to be themselves and continue doing what they've been doing throughout the year. The most important thing is about winning ball games, going out there and trying to help us win.
We hear the positive messaging from Nick Stammen about optimism in this team, but what's been his message to the team?
I mean, it's day by day. It's a long season, obviously. We obviously don't want to be going through the stint that we've been going through, but we all know that it's a long season, and we're gonna be better than what we've been playing. So, at the end of the day, I think you can't really think about the negatives and bring negative energy around. So, trying to keep it as positive as you can and keep battling. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, so you just got to kind of just keep focused on the main objective, which is to keep pushing forward and keep working and keep controlling the little things that we can control. And at the end of the day, that light will be bright. So just continue working towards it.
I realize it's a long season, but is it too soon to use the phrase sense of urgency when it comes to you guys figuring it out?
I mean, listen, you guys want to hit the panic button. You guys have all been talking about it, have all been negative about everything we've been doing. And we already know what we've been doing. We haven't really been playing well. It's plain and simple. There's nothing to it. So, try to keep out the negative stuff out of our heads. And again, like I just said, you just got to stay positive and going forward. I think, we're all better than what we've been playing. This isn't going to last for a long time. So, keep looking forward, keep working. I know everybody in this clubhouse has been doing that. So, there's nobody more frustrated than everyone in here. And we know that. So, at the end of the day, stay positive, keep going forward. We have a lot of baseball to be played still, a lot of baseball. So, keep going forward and keep playing good baseball.
When the team isn't doing as well as it would like, and players, does it help that the crowds here are, as near as I can tell, they're pretty darn supportive? I don't hear everything, but does that help? Because in some places there might be a lot of booing.
Listen, fans always have the obligation to be pissed off, right? So are we. We don't want to go for. We don't want to go for 20. We don't go for 40. We don't want to lose ball games. We're 2 games, 3 games away from winning a division last year, right? So every game matters. Yeah, there's always a frustration, and we understand that. It's part of sports. In every sports it is. They expect us to go out there and produce and win ball games, and we're trying to do that as well. Sometimes, we get the short end of the stick, and we don't do that. We don't produce and we don't win ball games, and we understand that. But just know that everyone in here is frustrated. We're all here trying to do what we can to be better than what we've been playing. And you know, we all have the right mindset that, you know, we're all gonna get out of this. We're all positive in there. We're seeing that, you know, good at bats are starting to come. We're starting to hit the ball a little bit better. You know, things aren't, you know, you can't just build on one day. You know, it takes, you know, a week, 2 weeks, you know, 3 weeks of good at bats, good consistent at bats, and you know, we can do that. It's not just about the results. It's not just going 4 for 4 one day and then you go 0 for 20. You know, what was the point of the 4 for 4, right? So it's just about building every single day. And you know, like Craig said early in spring training, you know, it's about building stones, building, you know, one stone at a time. And you know, we've kind of hit a little halt for a little bit, but you know, we just got to continue to keep stacking them up.
It's not wishful thinking, is it? Because you've all done it. I mean, your track record.
Well, that's why we're all positive about it. You know, we know where we're gonna end up, and you know, we know the type of team that we have as well. So you know, we just gotta keep moving forward, man. And I think you know, at the end of the day, it's baseball. There's always gonna be a winner. There's gonna be a loser, and right now we're just losing some ball games. But we know that at the end of the year, we're gonna be where we want to be.
Wheeler threw you a lot of fastballs yesterday before you finally got them. What did you make of that pattern of the first couple of bats?
I mean, dude, I don't remember that. That was yesterday. I'm trying to worry about today.
Have you noticed more fastballs in general this season? Not just you, but the team in general.
I mean, I've noticed. I mean, 15 years of a lot of fastballs. Yeah, it's been. You know, when I came up, it was 90, 91, 92, 93 maybe. Now it's just 101, you know, but still fastballs.
I know you don't want to give pitchers too much credit, but man, the pitching seems to have gotten better since you entered the big leagues.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely, for sure.
Like
I mean, the game. Listen, the game has evolved, as you can see. It not just on the sports side of it. I mean, Padres got bought for $3.9 billion. I mean, things are evolving, right? You know, the sport is evolving. There's a lot of guys that are definitely throwing harder. There's a lot of guys that are hitting. You know, when was the last time we had guys hitting 50 homers in a season? In the last 2 or 3 years, we've had it, and before that, it was, you know, to get one guy to hit 40, it was a lot. You know, for at least I can't remember the last time. I think Chris Davis was the last one to hit 40-something homers. You know, and then Judge came up, and now Riley, and you know, guys are Schoberg. You know, the guys are doing it now. So. Yeah, the game's evolving, man. I mean, it's definitely getting harder to play. It's definitely getting more strategic. I just wish we can get the analytics out the way. I think there's too many stats out there, too many stats, way too many numbers. I don't even know half of the stuff that goes up there. I look at the board sometimes and I'm like, man, I even ask some of the guys, like, what is WCCVBB, whatever it is, like what are these names that are being created? You know, I mean, it's just crazy to even keep up with.
Weighted expected on base percentage?
Is it? Is that what it is? Yeah, what is that?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, the pitching stuff, like FIP or something like that, I think, right?
Fielding independent pitching.
Yeah, like what is that?
That's taking out the defense to say this guy.
All right, so why would you have that stat?
To
Isn't baseball
show how much of a stud a guy really is.
Yeah, but it takes a team to win a ball game, and not just one person.
I think
Yeah, one person could be that guy, right? So one person could carry a team, but this is a team sport. You don't win a championship by just one player. It takes a whole goddamn village to do it. So why are we creating these stats for? You know, I think that's the problem with baseball right now.
Is all the information you're getting, is it asking you guys to think a little too much?
I wouldn't say think. It's just pointless.
When you're at the plate, though, I mean, there's just a lot to consider. You get
What,
a lot of
all that stuff?
information. You get a lot of information.
It's not that. It's not the information that we get. It's just a matter of guys are throwing. We have. I mean, Darvish, for instance, right? When he was pitching, he had 8 pitches. That's a lot of thinking, right? You got to sit on 8 pitches. You got Randy that throws about 8. You got Michael Keane that throws about 8. Yeah, so I mean, go down the line. It's just pitch. The baseball game is getting a little bit. It's getting out there.
How do you simplify? I mean, with all of this stuff, all
See
these
ball,
numbers-
hit ball. See ball, hit ball.
Pete Rose said that.
See ball, hit ball. I mean, it goes back to old school stuff, man. Just see the ball and hit the ball.
Felipe Alou used to lock that video room out. Say, guys, just go out and play baseball.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's about competing. You got to go out there and compete, and take away all the analytics, take away everything you could possibly think of, and go out there and try to catch the ball and make more outs. Right? That's what I just said. It's about a team game. You play good defense, you win a ball game. You make one more run than the other team, you win a ball game. So, that's what we're trying to do here.
Manny, do you see some of the younger guys maybe getting too into all that information or getting overloaded with it?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, they're just used to it because they come up with it, But yeah, I mean, it's out there. I mean, some guys love Twitter. They love all that stuff that's out there and read about it, look about it, or whatever they do. And yeah, you could get drained up into it. I don't know if any of our guys in here do it, but yeah, it's definitely out there.